Hey up everyone, what's going on and welcome back to Stirling Albion, where we are now in the Scottish Premiership. Spoilers if you haven't watched last episode. That was bad of me. Never mind. But we've played one game in the Premiership, we've won it. It was against also recently promoted Dundee, so not that surprising. However, look at the next 4 games we have in the Ladbrokes Premiership here. Yep, Celtic, Rangers, Hearts and Hibs, arguably the 4 toughest. Although, in this world, Aberdeen are there as well. I think they are there in real life. Apologies, Aberdeen. We're 25-1. We're 25-1. I don't know how that happened. We were, I think, about 8th or 9th when we got promoted. We were the only ones in 2-digit odds at that stage. Everyone else was 100-1 or more. There were more than 4 at that kind of price beforehand. But, yeah, we're now to 25-1 thanks to some acquisitions. Ross Graham, just going to mention real quickly, here now permanently, he's back up to Julio Cesar Dominguez. Yes, I very rarely do experience first when it comes to Football Manager, but when your reputation and ability to buy players is as distant as ours is right now, the reputation list for Scottish football clubs is all of the other Premiership teams, 10 of the Championship sides, us, League One sides, then a couple of other Championship sides that are bouncing between those 2 divisions. Yeah, so we're basically behind all of the Championship sides and we're trying to survive and do well in the Premiership. Yeah, it's been tough, I'm not going to lie. There's not that many inbounds, actually, which makes the 25-1 even more surprising. But some experience. Not necessarily a strong leader, but the rest of his mentals are pretty strong. And for 34, 12 pace, 12 acceleration, which is going down, maybe 13 when I signed him. Definitely not bad. 9.5 grand a week. It's a reasonable amount, but he is very good. 15 tackling, 14 marking. Heading, quite low. Not the tallest, but capable of passing the ball as well. Ball playing defender. And a bit of experience in the squad. It's always good to have, even if I don't normally have it. He's joined by Gonçalo Cardoso from West Ham. Now, I'm pretty certain I've had him somewhere before. Part of me thinks it might have been on loan at Bradford at some point, but I'm fairly certain I brought him in on loan at Southampton as cover for an outbound defender for the rest of the year. I think it was a January loan just to cover an outgoing defender transfer. Never played him. Now I will. But again, ball playing, 12 passing, 12 techniques in there, 12 heading as well, along with 13 marking and tackling. Just very solid. Again, not necessarily a strong leader, 9, but the rest of mental's pretty good for a 21-year-old. And the physicals, he's got the same pace and acceleration as a 34-year-old, but the rest of the physicals are up to scratch. And most importantly, he's operating at this level. Harry Souttar certainly looks really average. If I sold Harry Souttar, I would not be mad right now. The wages to his position is quite bad. 10 grand a week, by the way. I have to pay his full wages. So I said centre-back was a problem last year. I also said right-back was a problem, of course, because Tom James, I just let go on a free. I'll be honest, I let him go on a free. He was injured for about 3/4 of his time here. So, in comes from Central Coast Mariners, Ziggy Gordon. I mean, I saw the name. I was in before I even knew where he played, to be honest. 15 tackling, 13 heading. He could play central defence if he so desired. Very average mentals across the board and very average physicals really across the board. Nothing really sensational about him in either of those 2 respects, but just very good, solid across the board for this level of football, of course. Apologies to Scottish football fans, but this is quite good for your level, as it literally says there. Welcome, Ziggy Gordon. Outload's still here. Fabian Layer's still there. Obviously, both of those can play right back. And from the relegated sides last year comes Scott Robinson. I obviously had a quick nosy at those guys because they often have a few star players that may not want to be in the division below. I still need to have a look at the national, the worldwide relegated sides a little bit more, just in case there's some bargains in there somewhere. But Scott Robinson from Livingston, he's just good, really. The rest, I don't know what's happened. Both he and Dominic Gape are now just 3 stars. There's been an improvement somewhere else, I think, because Callum's still 2.5, but those 2 players who were more than a star ahead of him before are now just ahead of him again. But Scott Robinson here, he's just very solid, very well-rounded, very good Physicals are pretty solid too. But yeah, it's those mentals which kind of drew me in. He does have 12 leadership, is one of the higher ones on the side, but the rest of them still pretty good as well. Very good mentor, perhaps, for some of the younger players. But of course, that wasn't really a problem position. This was mostly because we didn't get Connor Barron back. He is regarded as one of Aberdeen's best 2 players. Aberdeen, who are ahead of us in the season preview. Yeah, that's the player that they loaned to us last year, is one of their best 2 players. Good job, Aberdeen. Good job. We've just made you stronger, apparently. They're no longer our affiliate either, so there's no getting him back, because obviously we're in the same division now. I asked for a new senior affiliate in the hope that it might find one across nations somewhere. No. Which means I had to buy Paul Glatzel as the striker, really. I was really hoping to get a senior affiliate and then loan their sort of up-and-coming striker for free. Didn't work. Didn't happen. Paul Glatzel's here from Liverpool. I paid him for him. He was in his last year's contract. I could have loaned him, perhaps, but I thought I might as well just buy him at this point. I've got the money, and I don't really want to lock up that loan spot. 450 grand. I didn't really mention the prices. Ziggy Gordon was 700. Scott Robinson was 400. The others were free. But he was 450 grand. Probably overpaid, but he's got decent pace on him, decent finishing, composure's there. Solid determination, though. Solid heading as well for a short striker. Let's be real. Technique, 14. Not really going to be doing the heading that Liam Delap did, that's for certain. But yeah, he's just decent, really. He's good. He's better than anything we had. He's operating at this level. He may not start, though, for the whole season. There is one. There's a deal in progress. Alstrom's still here, of course, in case I want to go for that. Betfred Cup's gone very well, by the way. Won all 4 of those, including St Mirren, of course, who also came up with us last year. So Callum was a little bit injured for some of these. I brought him back for the Dundee match. He put in an 8.8. He also did this. Layers is on the left here. It will find its way to Nacelle in the middle. There's Nacelle. Nowhere near shooting. On the edge of the box. Turns, smashes it in. Just when you think the level is too high for him. Nope. Anyway, we're of course not favoured for this because Celtic are Celtic. Neil Lennon's still enjoying the Farmers League that he's in. No, that's not fair. It's just because he was PSG manager. It amused me that he just only manages teams that are by far and away the best team in their division. Although Rangers are there now. Rangers are back there again now. So might have a bit of competition. Now Ziggy Gordon did get injured, which is a bit awkward. For a team like Celtic, I do feel like having the goalkeeper on the bench. I was tempted not to, but what do you prefer, Dominguez? Oh, he's ball playing cover, apparently. I say, because you are a ball player. And so is Cardoso. Both of you get on ball play right now. Also did mention, Cardoso is left-footed. He does prefer to be on the left-hand side, which is nice to have. Like, when you're in lower levels, it's not really something you bother with, but it's nice to have it when you're trying to actually build a proper team. But Smith in goal, Layers, Cardoso, Dominguez, Lewis, Nacelle and Gape in the middle. Paul Robinson, really? I've got to feel sorry for him here. Fernandez, Jones, of course, Keenan Jones still first choice there. Bowler on the right, and Glatzel as the striker. Ziggy Gordon, what a name, though. What a name. Can't feature right now, but what a name. Well, those are some names. Jetro Williams, left back, of course, I recognise him. He was at Newcastle last year. Vecino, I recognise because he's from Serie A, Inter Milan. Pretty certain he's 80 rated on FIFA. Oh dear. Good luck, lads. Good bloody luck. Of course, Karamoko Dembele is a prospect, and I'm not sure if he has a variable potential, but it's usually quite good. Avengers. We did lose, of course, last time we played Celtic, so that is an option for us to shout at them. Please avenge us. I'm not expecting much, but please avenge us. You also may notice I'm just playing in 3D from now on. I can't be bothered changing it back. There we are. Just leave it as is. 0-0. 0-0. I'm happy to stay first and second. You can have the whole table back. Sorry. This might be a goal for them. For some reason, the match highlights were still on quite a bit faster because I play it highlights faster when I'm not recording. Are they about to score here? Not yet. And that's hoof clear. I thought it would be fine because I slowed it down to do the Nacelle highlights. But no. Lewis lobs it in. Gape's on the edge of the box. That's... Ooh. Might have been better off if Paul hadn't tried to intercept that. I think Gape's header, as far from the goal as he was on target. Can we say, I have started this positive. Like, I've not changed anything formation-wise. I've not accommodated the fact it's Celtic at all, which may burn us by the end of this match, but Bowler's found the box. Nacelle's there on the edge of the box. Oh, if he'd done that 2 games in a row, he's never coming out of the starting lineup ever again. Ever again. He was injured, though. That was the only reason. And at 0-0, looking at the stats, it's a very respectable 0-0. Yeah, well done, actually. Things aren't going badly. Like, if we put a marker point down here by beating Celtic or Rangers... By the way, I've not forgotten there is a Kilmarnock game in between. I just won't be covering it in full in the episode. Nacelle, he's never coming out of the lineup ever again. I mean, I don't think I actually have ever physically dropped him. Right. I didn't cut out the replay there. I just forgot to turn them back on again. I turned them off as well. just to speed up the process in between. It's a busy weekend. I've got to get a lot of stuff done, so I tried to make the game process as fast as possible. Callum McGregor's equalised. That seems fair. Does it? But of course, now I'm recording, everything should be back to normal for you. I do apologise. I feel like we didn't see the replay of that one either. What on earth? Apparently I have to manually select goals again. I didn't know that. I've never turned them off before, if I'm honest. What a professional I am. What a professional. What's going on here? Fernandes is off the pitch, and Lewis is trying to throw the ball through him. I mean, it's gone to them, which is superb work, and I presume I've only got one defender. What's happened here? I mean, was that a tackle? Excellent tackle. Oh, Fernandes was the injured one, not Dominguez. Although Fernandes isn't getting better. So, who have we got to replace him? Well, it's Ahlstrom, isn't it? Ahlstrom's the one that we're tending to put over here. Josh Buller's on a 6.5 as well, and Glatzel's on a 6.5. None of them lot doing particularly well. I mean, Buller's getting a bit tired too, for good measure. Layers, Gape as well, 68%. I think, actually, Gape might come off here, just to put a bit more speed in that midfield. I just realised how late in the game it was. There's no point making a change. It's 1-1. That's quite respectable. If he'd offered me 1-1 beforehand, the entire back line got booked. If he'd offered me 1-1 beforehand, yeah, I'd have taken that. Absolutely. Especially at home, of course, where I think home form matters. I said last episode that I didn't really have anyone in the team that I was expecting magic from on the edge of the box. Because I have like Alvaro Sanz at Toledo, who every time the ball gets to him on the edge of the box, it's in the net, basically. Lascelles done that 2 in 2 matches. And of course, he's done it for goal of the year the past 2 years as well. But then, of course, we are still in the transfer window, so anything could happen. But I'm not really focusing on it just now. Apart from the transfer that's coming in, I feel pretty good about the team we've got. Apparently, Tchaikovsky thinks he should be starting more games. Do you see the problem with that? Should mention he might get some game time off the basis that some people are interested in Fabian Layers, and by some people, I mean Pochettino at PSG. If they come in for him, it might be problematic. They've not come in for him yet, but it has been in the news twice. Right then. Duda set to move on loan to Stirling. This is the one. This is the game changer. New gen striker at Manchester City. Accept $5,500 a week as well. It's not that much for our standards. He's 3.5 star. I don't know how. I don't know how he's been rated 3.5 star. I mean, he does shove Paul to a 3, I suppose, but physically, sure, but Paul wasn't exactly sensational there either. That's the comparison, and that's all you need to see, really. Half a star. Half a star different. Football Manager, sort your star ratings out. Seriously, for the love of God. Paul Glassel's leadership is 14. Should he be captain? Yeah, sure, Duda's a smidge slower, but he's also 18. He's probably going to improve over the course of this year. The fact that nobody else was interested in Duda is madness. Oh, 4-star, now he's here. That's more like it, I suppose. Now he's here. I need to get new scouts. Welcome to Scotland, Duda. We have actual yellow. Very certain the only person with yellow is the goalkeeper. Well, Boller's agility's up to 16. I tell a lie. And Fernandes had 16 crossing and fitness, but not on Duda's level. Oh yeah, Couto was an option as well. At right back. He's quite good too. But Ziggy Gordon's the same level, so never mind. Should mention, of course, Ziggy Gordon is Scottish, despite the fact he came from Australia. That was part of the reason why I got him. So the first thing you have to do in Scotland is, in the transfer window, just list all the homegrown players and buy essentially 2 of them just to cover any outbounds. And that's exactly what I did with him and Scott Robinson, so ding! I'm glad he just happened to be in a position I needed as well. And he's back for this one. I love the fact that the reason for including Duda is really good in the air. Thanks, Jack. That really makes me certain that I know what you're talking about. Apart from the fact that Duda's really just better at everything. Except running. So yeah, for once in my life, I've actually acquired the players that I actually needed and nothing else really. Replaced Connor, replaced Barron in the middle, got 2 central defenders, got the right back, got 2 strikers. That's exactly what I wanted. I've not gone out and bought 4 strikers. Aaron Lowe's quite injured, I didn't even realise. I mean, I can't promise that will happen beyond the end of the challenge part of this, when it becomes just freeform, but yeah. So yeah, this Kilmarnock Cup game will just be a case of, I'll see you at the end, really. So it's a 2-1 victory. I just went straight past the final page there, but 2 goals for Keenan Jones, assist for Nassel and assist for Ziggy Gordon. Excellent performance from the young attacking midfield. Still not giving them actual faces. I'll sort that one out. Orlando Pirates. Sorry, FIFA Ultimate Team's started, and I've got their kit. It's a very good kit. I love I love what they've done, if I'm honest. It's so simple, but it's so good. It's essentially the Jolly Roger is their kit, is what they've done. All black with the skull and crossbones. It's so good. Okay, so we've dodged Rangers, Hibs, Hearts, it's Aberdeen. No, it's Dundee United is the last one, so they are of this division. Could have been better, could have been worse. I just saw that Lopez scored as Motherwell beat Hibernian, I think it was, or Hearts, one of the two. Yeah, Lopez still at Motherwell. They got relegated. We're ahead of him now in the league structure. Serves you right. Ooh, Hearts beat Celtic. That's a result, which means we're ahead of them starting today already. Interesting. Also had a Rangers going into this match too, so get any kind of result here. Ted Smith got injured. Why? Where? Who's telling me about these injuries? Because I'm not seeing them. I mean, he's playing, but I will put the backup on the bench. First 11, as you'd expect, Smith, Layers, Cardoso, Dominguez, Gordon, Nacelle, Gape, Fernandez, Jones, Bowler, and Duda. Duda. Couldn't not. Duda scored. I forgot to turn that down again. Like I say, it's a busy time. I need to save every second I can. But here we are. I do have replays. Duda, long throw, first goal of the year. It's Ziggy to Duda. I do hope that's a profitable pairing, because that's two names I'm going to have to very, very strongly avoid doing any musical interludes with. Aribo finds. I mean, there's a lot of shambles here. It's cleared, and I feel like I've not made enough of the fact that we're 1-0 up at Rangers right now. Oh god, I don't want to get the wrong stadium. There's Rangers is Ibrox, isn't it? Sorry, is that Jeremy Doku? It is Jeremy Doku. That's fun. Is he not as good on this year's game? I really feel like I've not seen Jeremy Doku all that much this year. Kent whips one in. I mean, of course, I've only really played one major save into a significant period of time. Ah, well, Ryan Kent's equalised. That's curious. I'm just curious how he ended up there. I mean, he presumably took the corner, but... Sorry, do they have a defender called Mozza? Vaguely appropriate. Kent smashes one in. I don't know if that's bad from Smith, to be honest. He's got another corner here. Ah, well, Aribo's got on the end of that. Can we do something about the corners, lads? Can we do something about the corners? Because they're scoring every single bloody one of them. I'm trying to work out who on their side I thought was Mozza, because none of the names are anywhere near that. I don't know what I just said to them at halftime there. I'm seeing things. I'm genuinely seeing things. Unnecessary spin from Tavernier there. Are we going to... Is he going to do the... Oh, not quite do the thing. Doku's moved too wide, though. Thank you. I thought he was about to do the thing where both of the defenders were about to be pulled by the second runner. Or Gabe's had... I mean, quite a lot of players have had a shocker here. Can't replace Fernandez, really. Gabe can come off, though. Layers can come off. We'll demand a little bit more. No one's really reacting to that. There is a player called Mozza. I'm not going crazy. He set up the database. I wonder if that's on purpose. Out of interest, who is it? I mean, they've scored 3-1, but I'm just delighted at the fact that I'm not going crazy. Who is he renamed Mozza? Got a feeling that's who it is. I think it's Derek Robertson because he was at BSC Glasgow first year, probably on loan. But no, that's the Mozza. I'm pretty certain. Nice little Easter egg. He's gone to Rangers. I don't know if that's actually bad or good for the actual Mozza. I really wish I knew which one he supported. Yeah, I just kept an eye on the text at the bottom there. It said Derek Robertson passed it. Weird that he's managed to change the props to that. I didn't know that was possible to change the in-game name without changing the outbound name. We've given away a penalty. This is terrible, actually, for us in the end. We went 1-0 up, and then I was thinking, oh, this is good. This is tanked our goal difference as well. We're now 8th. Oh, yeah, we can't go any lower than 8th, actually. I mean, I suppose I can do that and go asymmetric just to get Fernandez off. Because I know they're just going to ask me the question, why didn't you take him off at the end of the match? I mean, Dominguez is on 6.3 as well, I suppose, but late corner, we can maybe get some... No, it's gone to them. It's gone to them, and I'm pretty certain one of the fullbacks has taken the corner again. Ah, this is great. Saved by Smith, thankfully. Note to self, look into corners, because I've not seen that one yet. Because on corners, the two people I tell to stay back are the two fullbacks. If one of them takes the corner, then I'm left with one. So, yep, going to have to look into that one. There's no point doing it now. This is more what I was expecting from playing Rangers/Celtic. So if you're a Rangers fan, well done. Your team did what I was expecting of you. If you're a Celtic fan, they've also got Martin Brathwaite. I've just realised that. I am far from pleased, though. It was 4-1 and we were pretty pathetic. So respectable against Celtic, terrible against Rangers. We do have Hearts and... Actually, it's moved to the Hibs match anyway, so I was on the fence about doing Celtic/Rangers or Hearts and Hibs there together, but the Dundee match just punted Hibs into the future. The plan was to come back for Hearts and Hibs, though, in January, perhaps. And that is still the plan, actually. I think that's probably the best place to go. Depending on what the situation is, of course, in terms of where we are in the league, we might come back slightly later in case we're in that sort of spot where we could be top off, bottom off, and the last few matches really matter. We'll probably do Hearts and Hibs. Obviously, there's a big gap. Things could go horribly wrong after that point and still be problematic, but we'll see. I may end up doing 4 episodes this season. I don't really know. I'll see you for Hearts and Hibs next, though. That's for certain. Until then, ta-ra.